Well, and this Saturday night. Well, let me tell you something. From now on, I'm gonna start transmitting all Saturday from at night, pretty much at night. Why? Because I guess it's convenient. It looks like that. Well, anyway, welcome guys, and let me show you my latest thingy. Touch new. These are something that I just bought online. This is the bunch of markers. Yeah, it looks like the copy ones. Wow, copy markers? Yeah. You see? One side and the other side. I haven't had much time to use it, but I'm sure I will do like a bunch of these illustrations with this kind of markers. I got it the cheapest, which is they call it the animation, which is pretty much like a, this looks like the colors that you use for the, for characters, for, yeah, I have a bunch of inks and that kind of stuff. And I will start doing in my, I guess I have 11 by 17 and my 11 by 17s for markers. So I will start doing some illustrations with this. I hope you guys are just hearing me good. I have some complaints last week about the probably I am not close enough from the mic, but just try to do something way better. Just let me know in the comments if it is my the volume of my voice is okay and you can understand it. Oh, by the way, I'm not using a phantom power with this little fella here with my mic, so it's not using a phantom power. I depend totally from my mobile. So yeah, I might have some. I don't know. I hope it is. I hope this is enough. I mean, this is first. I hope. But anyway, is happening that you are having trouble hearing me or something like that? Please let me know. Just drop it in the comments, and I will check it out in for the next one. And yeah, I have a visitor. Welcome. Um, all my channels are working. Yep, I will be more than happy to answer. Okay, and as always, hola, señor. Yeah, that is a friend of my daughter. She gave me that for Christmas. My wife said, "Hola, señorita." Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. My cup of coffee. Yeah, I drink coffee all day actually. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna start using this as soon as I can, and I promise to put some kind of like what you get with this, because they were pretty cheap. They were like $17 or something like that. So what you get for $17? Because when you buy Copic markers, the Copic marker, the cheapest is $5 or $8. So this is what you get with Copic markers, only two. So yeah, these are like how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Plus, this is looks like the white one. Oh no, I think this is the white one. I don't know which one is this. Okay, I have no idea. Maybe it's a pencil or something. I don't know. I'll check it out later. Well, I just received this. No, they didn't send me this for free. I had to buy. Yeah, as many things I have. Well, where we were. Okay, last week we were doing a concept art, a cartoon. So this is, let me remind you guys, this is called concept art from scratch, or Chtulian for non-manga artists. So I would be doing whatever like manga. So it happens you like modern comics from Europe and that kind of stuff, and you want me to do some kind of concept art with that kind of some sort of a style. Why am I using another styles? Well, if you are an illustrator as me, you should know that we don't have such thing as a definitive style. Many illustrators have a definitive style for some things, but many of us illustrators don't have a definitive style because we are doing so much styles. One time I have to do something that looks like comics, and the other time I have to do something like looks like Peanuts or from Charles M. Schulz, or sometimes I have to do something that looks like some sort of modern realism, things like that, or that looks or resemble watercolor. So yeah, when you start doing illustrations, you have to have this in mind that not all the time you are doing your style. You should have a style. That's what all the people said, that you should have a definite style. But the truth is that styles take times. First, take time, a lot of times, and second is that styles takes a lot of effort, a lot of transpiration, and you have to know the other particular styles that exist. I mean, you have to know how to do this kind of like illustrations like M. Schulz, the guy from Peanuts. You have to do the anatomy for that. You also have to know about the, for example, Jean Girard kind of comics, Moebius, or Philippe Droulet, or what is this other guy? There were so many. You can just watch heavy metal, by the way. Or Serpieri, Druna. That style is, wow, it's crazy. It's totally realistic and sometimes so brutalistic and so like sharp and like a knife. Or sometimes it's just like, I don't know, it's normal. But there's many styles. I mean, you as an illustrator, you can do whatever you want. You can just do pictures. But would you do pictures when you can use painting? That's why I'm an illustrator and an artist and not a photographer. Because the images that I take out of my mind, this is something I just discovered I can just create. That's a good thing about us, about the creative people, about the artists, is that we can create. And the other thing is you have to knock on doors a lot. I mean, before having this gig with this publisher that I'm working with, I have to send a lot of emails and just knock at the doors like hundreds and hundreds of times. And all the time said, oh yeah, we're gonna keep your file on record, your name on record, your email on record, your face on record, your whatever on record. We have to keep you on record. That this is so easy. I don't know. Well, they say that all of the time. Until one time somebody just tell you, hey, I might have a project. It's a small one, but I like it. Well, it turns out the small ones is almost like $2,000. So yeah, that is cool. So you start that way. And then they will give you more projects that comes with your style or their style they are requiring. That is the other good thing that you have to put in your portfolio and pretty much put in mind when you are turning into an illustrator. Flexibility. You have to be flexible. I mean, steel is nice, but it's not bending. Okay? Be the, what's this? Like the, what's this? What's this thing that the panda ate? Okay, be like the cannabis. I don't know this like this kind of branch. Be like a branch in the window in the wind. I mean, a branch in the wind. If you are being a branch in the wind, you just can move with the wind. That makes sense, but flexible. Because if you are unflexible and you say, no, I don't do that, probably you are losing up window of opportunity there. Yeah, that might be your chance. Yes, the window just a tiny little bit like this. And it turns out an artist can get in, can get through. It's easy for us. We just have to be flexible. Oh, I don't have that kind of budget right now. No, I don't mean you have to be exploited. Nah, not in any way. But at least you can tell him, well, I can go with this budget this time, but the next time you go with my budget because you already know how it works. Be flexible. Try to be a little more concerned because we human beings are pretty much concerned about ourselves all the time. So we don't know many of the times what is happening in the surroundings. We have no idea what's happening with the other human beings. So you have to be a little more work. You have to work a little more with your empathy and that kind of stuff. So that is my advice. If you want to enter illustrations, being an artist, first you have to have the talent, and then you have to have the education. I mean, you have to go and try to find out, a good online classes if you cannot afford go to university or to art school. And with these times, well, I guess you can find a decent and affordable art school online, and you can just go from there. Once you go from there, you start, once you graduate, or probably in the middle, you graduate when you have enough information and enough portfolio, start knocking doors. You start sending emails, start making cold calls. Somebody, sooner or later, will answer. And when they answer, they will ask you for a project. Be flexible for that project. When you are flexible, they will be flexible with you. You know that there's something that are called contracts. Yeah. If you are flexible with them, they will flexible with you. That means if you, for some reason, some stupid reason, many of the time happens that you don't accomplish that tiny little bit part of the contract, that will just watch the other side. Instead of, oh, so the guy is not flexible with me, why should I be flexible with him? Yeah, he has to accomplish that. And they can find you. Yeah. That's a problem. Be flexible with the people, because what you do to other people will come back to you. If you are a jerk, that will be a jerk with you. If you are a nice guy, they will be nice with you. Just remember, and the words of my good friend Ignacio, in South America, he said one time about us artists. We artists are good people. But yeah, you have to be a good people. I mean, a good person. That's it. And thank you for hearing me. And let's start. And before that, I promise to do a new one and a better one once I have the time. Well, not that I don't have the time. I have to find the time. That's the problem. You have time. You don't find it. That is what you have to do. And that comes for me and comes for you too. So for everyone that is in this business, I mean, in the business of doing illustrations and the business of being an artist, we have to find time, because time is something that we cannot recover. Once it is lost, it's lost. I mean, there is no change in the world that you have that time back. There's no, okay, if I don't spend the time, I can spend it next week. No, there's no way like that. So yeah, the world doesn't work like that. It works the other way. So let's get back. Watch how you doing, and let me watch for a moment how I'm doing my YouTube. Okay, my YouTube is okay. Let me go to my Facebook to see if I'm doing Facebook Live. Facebook. My Facebook. Okay, I'm on Facebook. It's good. So, you want to be an illustrator and you don't know what to illustrate. Well, there is a huge thing. First, you have to make a portfolio for yourself. your better, homeworks. The best ones, but Judean classes or whatever that comes to mind. You have to be when you're young and you don't work, or you work, but you live with your parents, and you are in your 20s, and you need to go and find yourself an apartment. You don't have a family to support and that kind of stuff. Well, now is the time to start today. Yeah, now is the time to start. So you can start doing that, trying to find out what is best for you. And since we are here, let's start doing this. So remember the last time, oh, I don't know why OBS keep doing this, which is, yeah, now it's better. So now, I'm so sorry for this, won't happen next time. Well, this is our Lady Chtulian. What is that? You know Cthulhu? She's a Chtulian or a Chtulian. I don't know how you can pronounce that, but that's an idea that I have. She is, or is called. Remember the Vermeer painting that is the girl with the pearl earring. This is the girl with the tentacles in the mouth. Sounds weird. Yeah, anyway. Well, this is what I call my concept art. What is concept art? Okay, it's concept because she never existed before. I don't see anything like that. Probably there is, but I haven't seen it. Or at least I haven't searched it. So I just wanted to do something, and I took a picture. Let me show you. You're gonna see here, and because I'm gonna use my preference program. This is PureRiff. PureRiff is no paying me a dime for doing this. So this is the PureRiff, and what I have a PureRiff, I have a collection of things that I can do as my mood board. Mood board because I need sometimes from anatomical lessons to textures to creatures to ideas to styles to clothes to wardrobe and even to comics. So PureRiff, yeah, PureRiff can do this. How you get it? Well, it's easy. Just go to pureriff.com. PureRiff. It's not PureRiff. Sorry, my pronunciation is bad sometimes. PureRiff, which is pure reference. This is references. This is a mood board. This is something that if you are an artist, you need it because you need to see the references. You need to see lights. You need to see colors. You need to see a bunch of stuff. That's why you use PureRiff. Go to pureriff.com and just download it. It's free from Windows and Mac, and you can just put it in your second monitor or in your. I will use it in my second monitor. Nice advice for everyone that wants to go into a digital artist. You need to have at least 2 monitors. If your tablet, if you have a drawing tablet like like a Wacom Tools or the XP Pen, which I have a Zico 2, Zico 02. So if you have one of those, you need two monitors. I have one here that I'm just checking my streaming, and I have one here where I have my references, and this little fella is my tablet. That's how it works. Well, if you don't want to have the big pockets, let me tell you, you need a great monitor. You just need one monitor that it should be calibrated, which is this guy. This guy. Your display monitor. If you are using a display monitor, or I mean a display tablet, not display monitor. Everything is on display on a monitor. Is like saying hello 2 times. Yeah. Okay. You need your display, which is a display tablet. This is the one that has to be perfectly color calibrated. You don't care much about the color calibration in one monitor or the other because probably you are using this for gaming. Yes, I'm a gamer too. So yeah, you don't need it. But probably for this one, yeah, not much. It's for references, something for colors. These are the real colors. These are where you need to see the real colors. So this is the one that you need to have perfectly calibrated. And it happens that you have a drawing tablet because you don't like display tablets and you don't have the big box. I mean, this is like 250, 300, 400, depending on the size. If you go to Wacom, starting in the Wacom 1, 400, Wacom Cintiq 16, which is 650, which I'm gonna buy, and or the Wacom 22, which I love, is 1200. Wow, that's big bucks. Or if you go to the Pro line of Wacom, well, it's even crazier. It's like $2,000, $3,000. But anyway, what this is the one. This is the one that you are using a display monitor. This is the one you want calibrated. But if you're not using a display monitor, you want to calibrate your main monitor. The one where you will have your programs. I mean, the one where you have Illustrator, Photoshop, Clipstudiopaint, or Krita, or whatever other. This is the one that you want to calibrate. How to calibrate it? There is many, it's tons of tutorials. But also, you can just buy something, some little apparatus that you can calibrate your monitor. If you can calibrate your monitor, you can use that little apparatus. And it's like $100 or $200. It depends. But anyway, you can use that. I will use it. And or you can just buy a Wacom because Wacoms, I mean display tablet Wacoms, Cintiq and the Wacom One, they come perfectly calibrated out of the box. That is a good thing about Wacom. They send them calibrated out of the box. So let's get back to this thing here. Well, we are going to do what we're going to do today. We're going to do line art. Line art. We don't line art so many times that is so easy, at least for me. Well, remember that I told you before that right now Clipstudiopaint gives you the ability to upload your Photoshop brushes into Clipstudiopaint. That is a great yes. Which is a no-no is that there is not many tutorials about that. I mean, there is not a lot of tutorials or the people not doing manga art in Clipstudiopaint. Probably I'm the only one, and I don't consider myself as a teacher. So yeah, if you want to know how to use Clipstudiopaint for non-manga art, just watch this channel. And remember, make a clip right now and do a little effort and subscribe to my channel, and I will appreciate a lot. Share my channel with your contacts and with your friends, and just make bigger this community. And by the way, I encourage you to draw with me. If I draw something, draw something too. Probably the same I'm drawing, or probably not the same, but just start drawing, because that's what we do. We draw all the time. We should be called drawers. Drawer. That sounds weird. I like English. They have in Spanish we don't have a word like that. It's dibujantes, which is it mean somebody that make dibujos. Dibujos is a drawing. So yeah, there is no a resemblance between drawer, the drawer we call cajones in Spanish, and drawer, which is a dibujante. But in English, there is that thing. So we are drawers. So let's start doing this. Well, first, as I told you, I'm going to find my friends, their real GPM. Why I use GPM? Because I love it. I actually have real GPM. So one of these days, I'm going to show you this. Please drop me a comment to know when I have to do, because sometimes I forget things. And beautiful eyes. So where is my model? Oh yeah, this is my model. So what I'm doing this is the second monitor. I have three. This is the second monitor. I'm doing the second monitor for my reference while I'm watching their streaming, the hell of my streaming, and I'm also watching the chat from here. So I know what's happening. So let me do this, guy. The real GPay. This is good. The good thing about this is this. This is called temperature. And I should have another layer. I don't have the layer. Good thing about digital art is if you don't like the line, you can just make a new one. Okay, I don't like the curvature of this line here. Something like this. By the way, just let me remind you this. If you have a display tablet and it happens that this doesn't have the express keys, with the express keys is the little thing that you see here. If it happens it doesn't have the express keys, it doesn't matter if it has a wheel or not. If it happens it doesn't have the express keys, please buy you a thing that has the express keys. You have no idea how much time will save you, using these little buttons here with the express keys, which is nice. That's what I love the most. And this is a little trick that I just learned from a mangaka, actually, watching YouTube about using the pen pressure. Okay, let me tell you this. If you adjust the pen pressure to 15, it will be something like this. This is the whole pressure. But if you do something like this, it was this, and then you have this pressure. So when you need like this kind of lines, you have it. But at the same time, if you need some part to be a little more like this, then you have it too. That happens with pen pressure. You don't, it's not mastery, but you just have to come up with and to live with this. And by the way, I'm using also the keyboard because in this position, just using this, I will be all the time. See, I have the express key here to handle this. And I guess I got used to using the keyboard all the time. I have also a deco too, and believe it or not, and all the time in the office I work with using Illustrator, because I'm a graphic designer too. While using Illustrator all the time, I spend why do you like octopus so much? I don't know. Actually, I don't eat it, but I think they are cute. They are nice. They are very intelligent, by the way. You can just put an octopus in a mason jar. Just put the lid, one of those screwing lids. Put the lid there, and the octopus will find a way to unscrew it and get out of there. That's, if you ask me, those guys will be replacing human beings as the next intelligent species of this planet. Because let me tell you, we are not doing such a great work. I don't know if the octopus are going to be better than us, but at least they won't kill half of the species of the planet as we have done. And we are about to kill the weather and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know many people said that what is this? Climate change doesn't exist. Let me tell you this. I live in Florida. Okay, this was one of the hardest winters that we have. I live in Northeast Florida, so yeah, climate change exists because that never happened. Same time last year. No, and let me tell you, the summer is gonna be scorching hot. I mean, 100 degrees up, or 100 degrees at least. Right now we have in the morning. I woke up in the morning to go to my church at 9 a.m. 60 degrees. 2 hours later, 80 degrees. Right now, around 60. Tomorrow, same thing. So you are telling me that the climate change doesn't exist? Really? Great. Good thing about digital art is you can just go there and redraw it. Maybe she's a female Dr. Soyber. Remember Dr. Soyber from Futurama? Maybe she's a female Dr. Soyber. What are you doing these little points everywhere? Well, that's texture. I'm trying to create some texture. See? So she wouldn't look like a bad thing like this. And probably I will do the I'm not sure this part. Let's see what happens. So I want to see right now. The coffee is from this period. There's another style that uses this kind of like this what do you call it? This line art, and then they just make the rest of the details, no with line art, but with the painting. Well, I know that style, but I'm pretty much comfortable with this. So instead of starting doing everything on paint, just do the line art and then just do the paint. And the good thing is you can include in the line art as many details as you want, because when you are going to painting, you can be more a little more generalistic, more brutalistic about the painting and the details. So not be type prejudices that will tell you sometimes a lot of time. Because if you are going to work with a company and the company is paying you big bucks for doing concept art, they want that like that fast. So yeah, so you better be fast because they are paying your time. By the way, the tentacles in the face means, guess what? She probably has a peak in the mouth like the octopus. So they have the tentacles here, and what is here is like a little peak that resembles the one for the parrots. Yeah, maybe has that spooky, creepy. My teacher of concept art said, "Be like loose, be loose." But sometimes you cannot be that loose because probably you are losing many of your styles. If you like the details of me, probably being loose is not such a great idea, but you can just agree to do something in the middle. That is what I told you about being flexible. You can just be flexible because they don't want some people that hire you, they want your style, but they don't want it to be that loose. They want some control in that. So you make this kind of compromise, and you are not killing yourself or not losing the gig. Why do you want to lose the gig? Well, we need money. We need to buy things, buy stuff. You don't want to lose that key. Oh, wait a minute. Let me tell my wife she's having a call. Hey, Mafi, you are having a call. Somebody's calling you. Oh, wait a minute. Oops, I have to go from this side because I want to lose there. Hey guys, I'm back. I had to handle the phone to my wife. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that in the edit when I got this, totally outline. Well, as I told you, we're doing some details about this. I don't know what I like rivets, but I like them so much. So I'm gonna make a lot of these rivets slash pearls. I don't know exactly what they are, but they will keep some kind of texture to whatever we're doing right now. Feel free guys to drop me any question or any curiosity you have about what I'm doing, why I am doing this. See, I created this. We have is a fabric, so we will have some kind of pattern or something, but I will do that later on. I'm not sure about what I'm gonna do with this part, but what I will do right now is, like having this and this part too. So what I not drawing is because probably I'm gonna make the texture on the paint. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna, I'm gonna take this time to little pencil break, and I'm gonna tell you this. Right now, I just because I have Clipstudiopaint, they are doing the upgrade from Clipstudiopaint Pro, which is the one I have, to the Clipstudiopaint Pro X EX for only $84. So yeah, $84 actually, 84. So it's a very good deal. So if you have already Clipstudiopaint and you want to go into animation or into this kind of mega pretty much complex, go in there. Pencil break is over. So we're getting this. And please let me know if something's wrong with my mic and you cannot hear me good. Just write me a message, or if you cannot understand what I'm saying. So just drop me up. And I'm not the owner of the truth, so I can just, I'm flexible. I told you that. That is the main lesson that I can tell you about illustrations. Be flexible. So let's see this right now. We're just making this. Okay. So this is the first part of the line art, which is just lines. So the second part of the line art is making a little more of what is called atmospheric perspective. What is atmospheric perspective anyway? It's just using lines, using dark lines to separate the object, one object from the other. First object, face. Second object, face and tentacles. First object. Second object, kofia, the tiara, this kind of like a hairdress. That's the second object. One part is another object. The part with the porous rivets is one part of the object. The other part with the fabric, totally fabric, is another object. And the things that look like a veil is another object. The part of the dress is another object. So you have objects everywhere, and you have to separate them. You have to separate the neck from the tentacles, so you will see where they are. That is called atmospheric perspective. Why I'm not doing shading with this? Because I'm gonna do the shading with the paint. If I were doing like a comic, like a black and white kind of comic, like a manga style, I would do a lot of shading and this, so what is this called? And cross hatching a lot. But since I'm not doing that, and I'm just doing, you know, an illustration and using colors, and I'm gonna paint it, so I just need reference. And by the way, also the shadows that you see in this part, everything that you see here is something that I will use. So let's go back. We create a new layer. Actually, when we create a new layer for the black lines, for the, this kind of like the atmospheric perspective, why do you need to create a new layer? Well, because you have no idea this is gonna like you. If you don't like it, guess what? You might just mess up with your drawing. You mess up with your paint, and there's no going back. You have to redraw it again. But if you have it in a different layer, you can just get rid of the layer. Redraw it again, yes, but you don't mess up with your line art. That's a good thing. Think on layers. So I tell you that I put this in 15. Let's put this a little in 20s so we can just create. And this is the atmospheric perspective, creating some separation between objects, between tentacles. You need these shadows here. Yeah. this, that. Yeah, I know the tentacles are part of the girl, but you need to separate it so you can see the in the better. I don't think I need something like here, but probably something like that. See, I don't erase anything, just the things that I don't need. That's the beauty of working in layers. See, and you can just make this a little bigger here. You can just make like a or just you can do this instead of that. Just make almost 1 hour. Where's this part? Oh, it's one of those icons. For example, Let me save it. Okay, probably this part. So, okay. Yes, I can do some extra here. Okay, this is the actual line art. This is my style to doing line art. It's pretty much a regular style of doing line art, if you ask me. Many people do it that way. I don't have any complaints. I like it. I like it a lot. And sometimes I think I very good at line art. I'm so bad at painting. I don't know, but I like that. And let's see next week how this beautiful lady gonna look like. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and thank you so much for joining me in this chapter or program or part of the series called Consider from Scratch or Clipstudiopaint for non-manga artists, because I will be doing a lot of Clipstudiopaint. That doesn't mean it's the only program that we'll try here. Well, I promise you, I will try to use RH 5, but actually the paint pressure sucks with my XP pen. So I guess I will find out when I have my Wacom. Is this something that is bad for the actual program? I mean, or is it something related to the drivers of the XP pen, which I don't know. But I would also use Krita, but I don't like much how Krita, you know, behaves with my XP pen. But I will promise that one day I will use Krita, just mainly Krita, and you will see what I'm talking about. I have no problem with Clipstudiopaint. I have no problems with Photoshop. One or two lags, that's it. But I have no problems with that. But let me be a little honest with you. I don't see the moment when I just switched to Wacom. I've been with Wacom so many years. I switched to Xtpaint because they were very affordable, and they say they were good. But turns out, Wacom is the king. He's still there. He's in the top of the mountain. And if you are an artist and you want to be respectable, you have to have a Wacom. Yeah, because those things are calibrated from store. I mean, from out of the box. They come calibrated. It's not the same with Xtpaint. Yeah. But anyway, uh, thank you for joining me. Thank you for accompanying me during this hour and 10 minutes that I do this, and I talk a lot. I'm very talkative. I'm sorry that bore you, and I will continue with this kind of videos, live streaming, and sometimes I will try to compose my own videos too. And but anyway, I just want to remind you this program, these things are brought to you by me. I have no sponsors. I wish I have, and I would just encourage you, help me to grow this channel. Just click subscribe and tell your friends if you have an artist friend and they want to know how to get into this crazy world of being an illustrator, because I know a concept artist. I'm an illustrator. I like concept art, but I'm an illustrator pretty much. All my gigs are illustration. So just get in here, get along with me. Just click subscribe. Remember, it's just a tiny moment for you. Probably doesn't mean much, but for me, it means a lot, means a lot, and I will appreciate that. So just click subscribe and help me out to grow this channel. I mean. And thank you for joining me. This is Gas. Thank you for watching this. Let me put you this beautiful lady. Thank you for watching this beautiful lady. This is what we done the last hour. And if you want to do your version, you have my permission. This is something that can hold your mind. My mind. So this is copyrighted. I guess it's mine. So if you want to do something similar, just take a picture of the screen and just start practicing. I have no problem if you just send me answer in the comments or a comment with a little one of these drawings that you do. I will try to help you out my best. Thank you so much again. Thanks for joining me, and remember subscribing. Have a blessed week.